Hello, today I'm going to explain to you and prove Newton's first law, discovered by Sir Isaac Newton in 1686. It's also called the Law of Inertia, and plainly it states that an object at rest tends to stay at rest, and an object at motion tends to stay in motion until acted upon by an outside force. Mathematically, it states that the force exerted on an object is equal to the mass times its acceleration, where in this special case, that just happens to be zero. F equals ma equals 0. Our first example of this will be the crash test. The car and its passenger are both moving at a constant speed, meaning zero acceleration, with a net force of 0 acting upon them. When they hit the wall pushes back on the car, adding an additional force to the car, and balancing the forces, making the car accelerate in the other direction until it stops moving. The passenger, however, is still moving at a constant speed, thanks to Newton's first law, as nothing is in its way to exert a force on it. The car, now at rest from the imbalance in the forces, continues to stay at rest until, also thanks to the law of inertia.
In this experiment, I'm going to take this string and use it to spin a ball around my hand. The tension of the string will create a centripetal force which acts toward my hand. Whenever I let go of the string, the ball will move in a straight line tangent to the circular path it was following before I let go. The straight line motion in the absence of the constricting force is an example of Newton's first law. Stop.
Go.
So a crucial caveat in Newton's first law is that an object will stay at rest or in motion unless acted upon by an outside force. Lexus developed something that demonstrates this perfectly. Isn't that just cool? So let me explain what's going on here. Your very first thing to show is the weight force. This is going to be common to all physical systems similar to this, just comes from standing on the board. Up next is not a normal force, it's going to be a magnetic force. Lexus has created a superconducting platform between superconductors in the skateboard and magnets in the ground. They create a magnetic field that the board's free to skate across. Now, up this is just your inertia momentum diagram. It's not a force, so it's a different color. What's missing here is the wheels. Like I said, this creates a frictionless surface. So essentially, once this board is set into motion, there's going to be no forces opposing its motion. So it will keep going at the same speed with no change in its dynamics. Now this is different from a normal skateboard because you're not going to have to continue to push as you see in these photos. He has to kick because there's an outside force acting on him, violating the law of inertia. If he doesn't kick, he'll slow down and stop. Now if this force isn't there, you see this. Look at it as he goes down the whole pool right now. He never has to push on a skateboard because there's nothing opposing his motion. He can go through the whole way without slowing down. So this demonstrates an area where a simple concept of inertia was partnered with a few other scientific principles, and Lexus created something really incredible that can easily go to market.